Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, with your weekly planner. Unfortunately, the big weather story will be down in the southeast. Those of you in northern Florida, southern Georgia, the Carolinas, you're going to see not inches of rain, but I think, unfortunately, feet of rain. You will have catastrophic flooding this week. There's no question about that. There's no way of getting around it. You're just going to have to keep an eye on how things are translating with all that rain that's going to be falling as Hurricane Debby will become a tropical storm, and then it's going to go back off the coast of the Carolinas. It's going to sit there for a while, become another hurricane, and then come back. Again, just a lot of rain for you. The rest of us, well, we're going to start off on the hot note, and then we're going to cool off a little bit as we work our way into the latter part of the upcoming week. First, let's take a look at temperatures, and on your Monday, you see a lot of heat across the central U.S. with the exception of the northern tier of states, of course, with the exception of the high Rockies, but you can see that yellow up there. Those are normal temperatures. It's going to be a little bit cooler for those of you up there, but the rest of us, well, it's just going to be some summertime heat. On Tuesday, that little bit of yellow starts sliding itself down just a little bit. You see where Debby is going to be parked here on Tuesday. It's going to go across here later on tonight and on into tomorrow morning, and it's going to sit right there off the coast and then swing its way back, again producing a lot of rain for those of you down in the southeast. By Wednesday, that cooler air starts working its way in. There will be a couple of light showers late Tuesday and on into Wednesday, I think, through the Ohio Valley. Still very hot there in the central U.S. and cooling off a little bit there in the northern Rockies. By Thursday, you're starting to see some cooler air there in the spine of the Appalachians. That's going to be in response to a cold front that's going to be sitting there, and it's also going to allow Debby to sit there as well. What's really going on here, there's a big area of high pressure there in the Atlantic, and that's a traffic cop. It's blocking everything at this point, and that's why things can't really move. They're going to stall out in this area, and we're going to see a lot of rain, especially latter part of the week. And then as we work our way on into your Friday and on into the weekend, Debby again kind of moves back in this direction. I think it may even sneak back into the Gulf. We don't want that, but we really have to keep an eye on that. But we do see some cooler air filtering down into the central U.S. And then here on Sunday, you see temperatures modifying a little bit, but not a lot. But then Debby becomes a low pressure system, and we're really going to have to keep an eye on that. And later on in the following week, a week and a half from now, there could be something else brewing there in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. We'll keep an eye on that for you as well. Here we go with the precipitation. There's that cooler air up to the north thanks to those showers and thunderstorms. We could be looking at some severe weather there. There's Debby. This is Monday morning, working its way in across the southeast. Again, a lot of rain there for you. On Tuesday, Debby scoots off the coast. Will continue to intensify. When it does, again, more heavy rains. And again, it's just going to sit there and produce a lot of rain. Here in the Midwest, we do have that frontal system pushing its way down. You see the L there in northern Illinois, right around Iowa, and that's going to produce a couple of showers there on Tuesday. And you can kind of see that there. Here we go. You see Debby now off the coast, again intensifying, and again it's going to head back towards the west. The last thing we really don't want, you see Debby there, is still going to spin up a lot of rain there for you. But here comes that next frontal system, and it's going to continue to push its way towards the east and then stall out right here along the eastern seaboard. And we see that there, a lot of activity here. We could be looking at some severe weather there up right around New York, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia area. Kind of keep an eye on that as well. But then there's Debby again producing all that heavy rainfall down along the Gulf Coast, and then it kind of sneaks back. There's some energy, it looks like it's going to be back in the Gulf next Sunday, but after that, again, we have to keep an eye on the Gulf of Mexico. But you see this big mess of precipitation here. It's just going to be a very wet week for those of you not only down in the southeast, but later on in the week across the entire eastern seaboard. So once again, tropics are very active. I'll be back in a couple of days with another update on the tropics, but until that time, it's going to be very hot in the Midwest, then cool off a little bit as we work our way by the end of the week. I'm George, the Weather Dad.